We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Set Free Radio. Truth music for East Texas.
This all I know. I pull up, I'm heavy, they looking, they checking, they asking, they questions. I get them their blessings, I'm teaching them lessons, believing in fast. I pull up, I'm heavy, they looking, they checking, they asking, they questions. I get them their blessings, I'm teaching them lessons, believing in prayers. Could have been a baller, but instead I gave it to the head of my life, who came in when the chains went around my head, heavy with the weights of this life. I mean, we here to pull them out for them, kick a demon out for them, take away they doubts for them, help them realize that a lie dedicated to Christ can get them right if they cry out. This all I know.
Check. 75662. This one's you. 75662. Ooh, I write this one to you. Ooh, I will always love you. Ooh, 75662. Ooh, 75662. Ooh, I write this one to you. Ooh, I will always love you. Ooh, 75662. Verse number 2, battle still continues as I rock the stage, hands wave in the venues.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome to Set Free Radio. Set Free Radio, we out here, man. We got a special guest here. We got my boy AB.
Salute, what's
Burton.
good?
And we're out here on location in downtown Kilgore, right next to the legendary Charburger Stockade. We got this beautiful backdrop of the derricks outside, man. So we live out here. Bear with us if you might hear a little bit of traffic noise, something like that. But we just here, for this little interview, man, and just kind of let y'all know what my boy's got on. He just dropped a project, Wising Up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And East Texas artist, man. He's dope, man. He's got a lot of good music. So we just kind of wanted to chop it up with him and shine a little light on him and kind of get y'all familiar with him and get y'all to get the project if you haven't already got it. So,
facts.
Yes, sir. So, man, just while we're here, man, just kind of introduce yourself to the people, let them know let them know about yourself and what you got going on.
Yeah, so again, my name's AB, from Kilgore, Texas, City of Stars. I've been doing music since 2011. Around that time as well is when the Lord changed my life, flipped my life upside down. You got to be clear because everybody say, they're a Christian out here, but when you really, been transformed, the difference. Yeah. And so, so 2011, like I said, life changed by the gospel. Around that same time, started doing music. I used to write music before I became a Christian, but never seen myself doing it. You know what I'm saying? I used to be real quiet, very shy. I love sports though. That was really my thing. I wanted to play football. Man, I grew up in hip hop though. I grew up in the culture.
Yes, sir.
But when I became a believer though, man, the Lord just kind of, gave me the gift, gave me the vision. At first, it didn't seem so promising because I was terrible. I was garbage. but yeah, man, by God's grace, He's definitely progressed the gift and opened up the doors and provided the way, man. So, yeah, Kilgore, Texas. Shout out.
What's up, 75662?
You already know it.
Yeah. So, man, I appreciate that, bro. And it sounds like a lot of similarity with me, man. Because I'm a little older, but it's the same type of situation. Like I grew up, kind of in the hood. I grew up, in hip hop culture and everything too. So, and like I said, man, you're right. Like when the Lord do get a hold of you, man, it's like I always think back to what Jesus told Nicodemus. You must be reborn. Like that's the
he's like, what? I got to climb in my mom's womb again? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah, so, it's definitely like, man, Lord, when he get a hold of you, he doesn't remodeling. So, facts. So, man, but yeah, man, so you kind of touched on your testimony. And, you said did you grow up in church, or you say, you kind of went to church a little bit? Or?
Yeah, so, I mean, again, being from Kilgore, they consider this the Bible Belt. So I went to church, as a kid. I used to go to church when my grandfather went. And my parents always talked about, Jesus and things of that sort, but like, you know what I'm saying, wasn't really, I won't say they wasn't just living it, but it just, you know what I'm saying, that is, would say, it almost felt like, all right, you know, this is the thing to do. Like, you know, this is what it is, which it is, you know what I'm saying? I mean, God is the truth, the gospel is the word, you know, but I didn't see it practiced, I guess you could say. And so, but not to talk down on my parents. My parents raised me great, you know what I'm saying? I'm grateful for them and what they implemented in my life, principles and everything. But basically, so I went to church here and there, you know, as a kid, but I never really just committed myself to the Lord. Still did the same, you know what I'm saying? And basically, what did it for me, there was a point in life right before I graduated high school, and man, I was just going through it. Football just ended, you know, football was my life. I didn't have any scholarships or anything like that, so I was like, dang, man, like, because growing up, I really didn't, I struggled with finding worth. You know, I struggled with finding meaning and stuff
purpose,
like that. Those are things, purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had an identity crisis. I really didn't know who I was, because my biological father, he left my mother 6 months before I was born. And so I now grew up with a father figure. My stepfather, who I consider, you know, my father. He raised me since I was 6 months old. You know, he raised me, but as I got older, I started to understand, like, dang, like, my biological pops, you know, he wasn't there for me, you know, and that kind of just hit home for me. And, you know, and I'm not just saying I just harbored on that my whole life, but, you know, it's just there, you know, just knowing that, right? And so, that mixed in with, like, just kind of, like I said, just living through the motions, not really feeling any purpose. Man, I hit a standstill in my life. Like I said, football is done. I was dating a girl at the time, and like, she really was my world. Like, that's all I cared about. That's all I spent my time on if it wasn't football. And she ended up, you know what I'm saying, chunking deuce too. So, man, I was just in this point of life where I was like, dang, man, like, football's gone, she's gone, like, what I got to live for? And so, I just got real depressed, man. I remember getting real depressed. And like I said, hopeless, you know, and having thoughts of suicide and things of that sort. And so when I was going through that, I knew this guy named Tim Capps. It's funny, I actually just ran into his mother at Walmart a while ago.
World,
it is, man. It's crazy.
East Texas.
Man, I reached out to Tim Capps. He was a football club booster president, football booster president. And I reached out to him because I knew he was a man of faith and things of that sort. And so, man, I reached out to him. I was like, look, man, I'm going through it right now. I don't really know the meaning of life. Now I'm a young person, you know, keep that in mind. So we all probably kind of go through this same thing. I'm done high school, what's next? So, you know, I know a lot of people probably go through that, but for me, it's just a lot that went into it. And so I reached out to him, and I was like, look, man, I'm going through it. You know what I'm saying? I need help, you know, basically. So he actually meet me at this coffee shop in downtown Kilgore, and he just chopped it up with me. It's like, look, man, come out. He's like, come out to our youth service. And we used to go to church right over here at Cornerstone Fellowship. And so he's like, look, come out to our youth service. You know what I'm saying? Come around some people, and you know, just kind of, you know, get to know us and things. I was like, all right, cool. So, like I said, I went to church here and there, but it wasn't really my thing. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I went to the youth service. It was cool. Of course, I knew some of the people there. I went to school with them. And I was like, oh yeah, this is what, you know, what's up, that's cool. But I never really went to church though. I never go on Sundays. I was like, nah, I want my weekend still. You know what I'm saying? I want to do my own thing, but I'll come to your Wednesday youth service. But yeah, so I kept going to youth service. And basically, man, I met another guy named Joe McDaniel that went to church there as well. Now, I didn't see him at first, but I met him one night. I can't remember why he was there or how I met him, but I remember meeting him. Tim introduced me to him. And Joe McDaniel, he brought me in, and he sat me down, and he told me what it was. You know what I'm saying? He told me who Jesus was. He broke down the gospel, and he discipled me, man. And so, so around that time, going back to the whole music thing, I heard of Lecrae before I was a Christian, funny enough. I used to write music with a homie named Dustin. that lived next door to me. We had this yellow notebook. I never could find that joint, but we used to write.
No.
We used to write it in my garage. We would play pool and write lyrics, and I never thought about doing anything with it. Like I said, I was a shy dude, you know, but yeah, basically. So he introduced me to Lecrae though. He introduced me to Lecrae, and I was like, man, this dude rapping about Jesus is whack. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And so, but funny enough, full circle, when Joe McDaniel discipled me, he reintroduced me to Lecrae. And man, so I started seeing, like, I grew up in hip hop culture, so Outkast, Eminem, like that was my introduction to hip hop. I remember my biological dad used to pick me up, and he popped in Stank On Ya, the album. And that was my introduction to hip hop, and then I got into Eminem and stuff like that. And so, I grew up in the hip hop culture, and so I always loved hip hop, but like I said, it wasn't my thing as far as rapping. But then when he introduced me to Lecrae and them, I was like, dang, like, and by this time, you know, my life's changed, been reborn, all that good stuff, being discipled, and just a newness of life, seeing life in a whole nother lens.
Sir, with new eyes.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And so yeah, man, he reintroduced me to Lecrae, so I started listening to Lecrae, Trip Lee, Tadashi, all that. Tadashi was the first rapper I met in person.
Really? Okay.
You know,
that Simone.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, hey, that dude huge, man, for real. He huge. He a good dude, man. He a really good dude. I met him. I met Derek Minor. He came out here before too. So, yeah, man. So, all that was going on. So, when I started seeing that, like these dudes is using the thing that influenced me growing up, they using it in a whole nother way.
Yes, sir.
And so, man, when I started seeing that, I was like, man, that's awesome. You know, that's awesome what they're doing. And so, I remember I, started going back to writing. You know what I'm saying, with a whole nother, mindset now. And so, at that point, just kept writing, put out Stop the Violence back in, I think, 2012. And then, man, there's history from there. Keep going from there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, it's good. It's good, man. We're going to go ahead and take a little break right quick and kind of, check it out, and we'll be right back.
I made this video with my phone. I made this video with no help. I had to do it, I was in my zone. If you want it, go and get it by yourself. No excuses, man, I swear them things are useless. Keep it moving, I be aiming for the stars, and I be shooting, I be spitting these bars so soothing. Had a king put a crown on his head, just a peasant who was fervent, spirit-led, I be running like I'm running from the feds, take a chance, life's a gamble, that's a bet. That's a bet, okay, I get it by any means. Like I'm a fiend coming through your screen like it was rings. Scary things all up on the scene. Looking clean, fitted jeans. I've been losing weight, I'm feeling great, I'm feeling lean. Yeah, 903, representer, I'ma be. Till them boys honor me, actually don't honor me. Honor G.O.D., he's covered me, honestly. If it wasn't he, deceased, I would be. Okay, I made this video with my phone. I made this video with no help. I had to do it, I was in my zone. If you want it, go and get it by yourself. No excuses, man, I swear them things are useless. Keep it moving, I be aiming for the stars, and I be shooting, I be spitting these bars so soothing. Okay, I've been giving 100%, they might give me Curtis Jackson. Why these boys all up on the fence? Field night, homie, take some action. Y'all be lacking, always slacking. Like the Rangers on my head, man, y'all be camping. Y'all be talking out of hot-ish, lips flapping. I be popping like fried fish, y'all acting, yeah, the boy Thriller, man in the mirror. Gotta kill him off daily, he a born sinner. Is he nice with it? Cold like December, cooler than the antenna in the winter. And I'm trying to get a major bag and another one too. Buffet bars and I'm trying to get full. I'm a gourmet dog, y'all just cat food. Cream, Wu-Tang Clan, man, you know cash rules. So get off the couch, get on this paper route. Forget what they say, man, they just chasing clout. Stay in your own lane and kill all the doubt. Face all of your fears, then put them in the ground. Hey, I made this video with my phone. I made this video with no help. I had to do it, I was in my zone. If you wanna go and get it by yourself, no excuses, no excuses. Man, I swear them things are useless. Keep it moving, I be aiming for the stars, and I be shooting, I be spitting these bars so soothing. Okay.
All right, y'all, we back. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I said, we got boy AB over here. We wising up with AB right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right here in the beautiful city of Kilgore, Texas, the city of stars.
City of stars.
75662, right
Yes,
by
sir.
Charburger Stockade. So we out here. But yeah, we just kind of rapping with AB, man, and just kind of, you know, chopping up, letting y'all kind of get familiar with him, let him kind of give his testimony, his story, you know what I'm saying? And so, man, we just kind of, you know, we talked about like growing up in hip hop culture, you know what I'm saying? That's something that we, you know, we both got, and some of the same, you know, same influences, like, you know, Outkast. That was definitely like one of my favorite groups coming up, man. Like, I still remember my mom took me to an Outkast concert, like right when AT Aliens came out back in the day. So, you know, I was like, I think 9th grade, man. So, you know, I've always been on Outkast. But yeah, man, so like what are some kind of your influences, you know, kind of, you know, like you said, coming up, and then now since, you know, you've been with the Lord, walking with the Lord, like, you know, so. Yeah,
for sure. So like I said, man, growing up, you know what I'm saying, hip hop culture, I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood. I was probably like the only white dude there.
Me too.
You know, and so yeah, man, grew up in the hip hop culture, you know, and just around the people, you know what I'm saying? And so growing up, like, you know, just seeing them as my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Like, even though our skin tones look different, you know what I'm saying? That's still my family, that's still my brothers, and still is today. And that's
same
how,
struggle.
Yeah, exactly, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so that's why it's, I'm thankful for that too, because I'm able to see, especially, I mean, what the black community has gone through for, you know, entire history. But even, you know, what they're going through right now, you know, with all the hostility and things of that, you know, around that whole topic, I'm able to see. Now, I'm not saying that I know what they're going through, because I can't say that I've gone through what they've gone through, right? But I definitely can see it, and I can, you know, empathize with it, because I walked with them since I was little, you know, and I've seen what they went through, and I see what they go through still. But yeah, man, so I just say all that to say, growing up in the hip hop culture, you know what I'm saying, I was raised, you know, watching BET music videos, MTV music videos, you know, Rap City, all that, you know. And so, yeah, man, like I said, you know, Outkast was my introduction to hip hop. I just love, because before that, now of course I've listened to hip hop, you know, before that, but before that I loved Metallica. You know what I'm saying? I loved rock music, because I was introduced to Metallica when I was real little. I'm talking about like baby little, 3 years old. I remember I used to wake up in the middle of the night and wake up my parents at like 3 in the morning, and I'd turn this big old jukebox they had on, and it'd be Metallica, and I'd crank it up. And we lived in apartments, almost got us kicked out. Headbanging, yeah. But yeah, so man, like I always loved music. Like I always loved music. I always drawn to music. And then when I got introduced to Outkast, I got introduced to Eminem shortly after that. A little bit later in life, I got introduced to, you know, the Houston Cats, Zero, Pimp, you know, Trey and all them. So, yeah, man. So, like I said, I was always influenced by hip hop. And then, like I said, man, when I came around full circle, got reintroduced to Lecrae and them, I just loved what they was doing. You know, I loved what they was doing. I loved the mission, how they was impacting people's lives, because they was impacting mine. You know what I'm saying? So, and so, yeah, man, like I said, when that happened, you know, I started writing, and like I said, from there, man, I just kept writing, kept listening to, you know, 116 Cats. You know, I really have to give a lot of credit to them, you know, because, you know, they really helped form just the craft alone, you know, of me writing music. And
all right, y'all, we back. We had a little hazard of the workplace environment there, man. The iPad got a little too hot, but we back on there, man. You know, we braving this heat, this sun, you know, to get y'all a little interview. So, you know, we were, you know, kind of talking about influences and just kind of, you know, some of the people that you kind of connected with around here in East Texas, you know, like Stephen Vile, and Good News Gang, and
so basically, man. So, like I said, I did music with Blaze, and I got introduced to Steve. Well, I already knew Steve, but then me and Steve started on music. We put out Bearded Mafia, And so basically after we put that out, he was like, look, man, I'm about to go back to Arizona. And he's like, man, I'd love for you to come out there with us and join Good News Gang. And so, but at the time, I was technically with Blaze still too.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of at a choice because I was like, man, I've never been outside of Kilgore before. I've never seen anything outside of Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, I've traveled outside of Texas before.
Yeah.
But like, I'm talking about this
Like
life,
living.
right? You know. And so I prayed on it. I was like, all right. I was like, let me pray on it for a little bit, seek the Lord, and see what He says. And so after seeking God, you know, He said, go ahead and go for it if you want to do it. You know. And so after praying on it, I hit up Blaze. I was like, look, man, I'm about to go to Arizona, Good News Gang and them. And so yeah, man, me and Steve moved out there together. And yeah, so after that, started doing music with them out in Arizona, Arizona, and then we was basically all serving at the same church. We was actually all living together in a parsonage, the church let us live in. And so basically, yeah, we was doing that, doing music together. We used to write songs literally every day. Like, so Outcast Society is a project Good News Gang put out. It was 33 songs.
Ooh.
And so, but what's crazy is we had like 99 songs that we never released because we were gonna put out 2 more Outcast Societies, and we never released them. Life just kind of hit, and you know, things just happened, and we just kind of went our separate ways. Not in a bad way, but we just, you know what I'm saying, just started doing our own thing. So I started doing music solo. Wesley, he linked up with a homie Warren and Spencer, and they started doing Artificial Christian was a group name. And then Robbie moved back to Texas, Kevin moved back to Texas, and Steve moved back to Texas. And so, from there, did Abnormal 1, did Abnormal 2, and then did my debut album, Stories from Depression, and now Wising Up. So,
that's what's
yeah,
up.
man.
Yeah, man, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, man, it's just, you know, kind of cool hearing that. Like I said, I kind of, you know, I didn't, you know, really, you know, get kind of into, you know, Christian rap until like, you know, end of 2015, 2016. So, you know, I'm still kind of playing catch up, and I'm like, man, I didn't realize, you know, there's all this kind of dope stuff going around here. But, you know, just the way Lord connects me, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing, you know, different people, man. So it's good to kind of, you know, get familiar with y'all boys and, you know, what y'all had going on. And, hey, man, and just try to support, man, any way I can, man. So it's a lot of dope music, man.
Appreciate it, man. Seriously.
Yeah, so, you know, that's Set Free radio mission right there, man.
Set Free, let's go.
Yeah, man. So we'll take a little break right quick, and we'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Set Free Radio.
Oh, look. Plot to get the bag like Ed, and Eddie. I be chasing dreams, they start to call me Freddy. They be trying to kill me with a dang machete. I pop in with an Uzi to prove they wasn't ready. Push my chips in this poker championship. That boy legit the misfit with the pencil left grip. Chip on his shoulder, heavy as a boulder. Over the years, the tears made his heart grow colder. Lost boys trying to become a man. My money being taken tax-free by Uncle Sam. Big tax returns, that ain't no good. These are the things we need to teach the kids up in the hood. Black men down, no one makes a sound. It's so normal now, no one breaks a frown. Sad reality, it's a casualty. I understand when it says we fight against principality, spirituality. Got the Nikes on my feet. If you haven't walked in these shoes, you cannot come for me. You can miss me with the bull like the number 23. My gas tank's on full, I cruise till I end up on E. Black on black crimes, listen, that's a myth. Y'all just use that itch to justify racist intents. Forgive my language, you just gotta face it. I'm pouring out my heart, this is the hip-hop basics. They gonna throw stones, but I keep on rolling. People on social media phones always mind controlling. I still love Yeshua, he's the sovereign ruler. You wanna shoot me, believe me that he addressed the shooter. Don't get it misconstrued, I love you all. If you don't love me back, that's cool, just don't get involved. Please don't call me rude, it's just my passion card. Pardon my rant, I just had to get that off. Hey, yo, and shout out to Wayne Klassik, one of the GOATs.
Black Lives Matter. And yes, I am Wayne. I just see the flaws in the system. I believe in the Imago Dei. You all are beautiful. Love yourself and racism.
Set Free Radio.
All right, y'all, we back from this little break, man, and like I said, we are wising up with AB, you know what I'm saying? We out here kind of, chopping it up here in Kilgore, so, we just kind of getting his story, his testimony, and all that good stuff, and then, he mentioned Wising Up, it's a new project, the EP, it's 5 tracks, man, it's short and sweet, but it's a good project, man. I liked it, man, so. Thank you. And, it's been a lot of good response from some of the people I put it on, man. I had a sister from my church. She might see this, Sister Lisa. She shout out to Lisa. Yeah, she's definitely on AB and Professor Crow. And she, I hooked her up last Sunday, so she didn't got them on iTunes, man. So, but just in talking about that, man, Wising Up. You want to kind of give me the story on the project and kind of let me know.
Yeah, for sure. So like I said, Wising Up is the latest project I put out. The last album I put out was Stories from Depression. That was my debut album. And Stories from Depression was kind of like, I've already put projects out before that. Yeah. But Stories from Depression was really the introduction, if you will. This is the album, maybe, if you will. And it was really my life story. You know what I'm saying? Like, going through depression, thoughts of suicide, feeling lost, finding Christ, finding hope, and and understanding that now I could live life. And it's funny, still go through things like I was before knowing them, but now there's a way I can get through it, if you will, and still find hope. It's funny, the scripture that says, His peace that surpasses all understanding. Yes. Like when you read that and you understand it, it's like, man, it surpasses understanding, because it's not normal for me to be going through something and I'm just okay. Yeah. I'm at peace still. Like it's normal to rage and get mad, like what the, and all that, but his peace that surpasses all understanding, it allows you to get through those things and know that it's okay, know that you're in control. Big fact. And it's out of my hands. So so Stories from Depression, transitioning from that, it was really just a season of growth, man. Season of growth. In that season I was living with my homie Josh Miles out in Arizona. Shout out to Josh. Man, love that brother, love his family. They helped me out a lot and helped me grow a lot. And so, man, I got into a lot of learning about finances, investing, entrepreneurship. That's when I started Abnormal Clothing. Okay. Yes, sir. And so, man, just learned a lot about spirituality from a different aspect. Not so more, so of course still live and strive to live pure, right? Live for God's glory, but also seeing it really from a holistic view. Like, man, the gospel is in everything. The gospel is in big finances. Facts. It's in not just a Sunday. Yeah, thing. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like it's whole life. It's a whole life. It's being a good steward over everything, whatever it is. Washing your dishes, washing your clothes and putting them up, like just things like that. Is just being a good steward. It's literally in everything. Sin has affected everything, but the gospel also has affected everything. There's jewels right there. Exactly. And so, man. In that whole season of life during that time, just learning things like that. Just learning about finances. How can I be a better steward of my money? How can I invest in things? How can I stop buying shoes and start buying stocks? You know what I'm saying? And so and I'm not saying anything's wrong with buying shoes. I mean, I got Jordans on right now. But just learning, like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Instead of instead of buying all those shoes, how about I invest in something that's going to make me some money? Exactly. And so shoes can make you money too. Yeah, resale, that's true. Of course. But big facts. But yeah, man. So that's kind of the season I was in, and that was the season I was in writing this. So I love making the album be a whole story. It has a meaning, if you will. Yeah. And so same thing with Wising Up. Basically, you start out learning with Genesis 3:19. Yes. And so basically, from there all the way to the last song, Idunmachur'd, it's literally a whole storytelling, basically just wising up, just growing up. Each song is a different scenario, a different part of life that I was in, and try to explain the lessons that I was learning, you know, in that season.
That's good, man. Yeah, and I think that's what's dope about it, man. You know, especially compared to a lot of the stuff that's, you know, out there is, you know, it's got a message and it's, you know, and it's trying to, you know, kind of, you know, get that game, man. Like for people that, you know, don't really know it, man. And it's dope, man. Like I've had the same experience since I came to Christ, even though it was later in life. You know what I'm saying? Like kind of going through that, like, you know, wising up, you know what I'm saying, and the way, you know, the way the gospel changes everything, man.
Exactly,
so,
man.
You know, and it is good, you know what I'm saying, that you learned that, you know what I'm saying, at this age rather than, you know, a little bit, you know, when I'm a little bit older, but it's still, man, you know, God's grace and mercy, man, you know, it's good. So
His will is perfect, man.
Man, awesome, man, for real. So, man, it was a dope project. I really enjoyed it, man. I've been listening to it, been checking it out, man. And you know, it's got some really good songs, and it's very, like, you know what I'm saying, to me, it's like a mixture of a lot of things. It's you know, it's Christian rap. It's wisdom. But then, you know, you got a little bit of that East Coast bap type in it, but you got that soulful jazz, man. So man, like I wanted to kind of break down each track. You know what I'm saying? Since we got the man here, and you know, we'll let y'all kind of preview it. You know, so you can kind of get familiar if you haven't heard it yet. So, like you said, the first song was Genesis 3:19. Just kind of let us know, you know, what was in your mind state on that one.
Yeah, so Genesis 3:19, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but it's scripture. It happens right after the fall, and basically, after the fall, God's all right, because y'all fell, boom, boom, boom is about to happen. You know, and so basically, he talks about, because before we fell, we used to walk in the cool of the day with God. We used to, I mean, I could just imagine just kicking back, chilling with God, not to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is just perfect. And then, but you know, when Adam and Eve fell, basically, God was all right. Well, now, you know, you're gonna be sweating from your brow. You know, the men, you're gonna be out on the field. You're gonna be working your tail off. Women, you're gonna have to experience painful childbearing and childbirth and you know, cycles and all that stuff. It gets into all that. It's crazy, man. Like the fall, like I said, sin is in everything. Things that we experience today is a result of what happened in the very beginning. And so, so basically, in that season of life, I was working a full-time job at Wells Fargo. I was running Abnormal Clothing. I was doing music. And I was working out, and I was trying to meal prep too. And so, man, like, I was just going through all these things, and like, and it's beautiful. I'm grateful for it. It's good things. But man, there's just points in life where it just hit me like, bro, like, I'm doing a lot. Like, I'm doing a whole lot. And these are
exactly what you're talking about.
You already know, you know what I'm saying, man, with a family and stuff like that. I already know. But yeah, like, so basically, so I just like felt overwhelmed in this season of life, and like I said, it wasn't like a nagging or a complaint. It's just like I understood the weight of what that scripture means. Like, you're gonna sweat from your brow, you're gonna, you know, work, you're gonna till the land, you're gonna attend the land. And so basically Genesis 3:19 talked about that, man. It just talks about just basically viewing the things that, as a man, what I'm doing, you know, it's good things, but the reason you're feeling this way, the way you're feeling this pressure and a lot of weight on your shoulder is because of this. And so again, wising up is trying to find a different perspective in everything and let it grow and mold you and mature you, you know. And so that's basically what Genesis 3:19 is about.
Okay, and that's dope, man. And man, that sounds like the season I'm in right now, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You know,
for sure. I feel you. For sure, but we're gonna let y'all hear a little preview of that, man, and so we'll check that out. We'll be right back.
Mr. Workman, yeah, that's me. It's too early, man, yes indeed. The 6 to 3 got me weak, but I'm lifting these weights. I wanna sleep, but I can't. If I do, I can't eat. I hit snooze for the 4th time, like it's the first time, just trying to buy time. I feel the weight, the mistake, too much food on my plate. Big meal that I made, got a dude feeling jaded. Daily reminders, they pop on my screen, so crazy requires a drop on my knees. All the fees, all the bills that I got coming up. Lord, please, can you hear when the running gets rough? Life's tough. Will I ever feel peace? I release my emotions over lyrics in these beats. I dig deep with these cleats on my feet. Genesis 3, feeling the effects of my deed. Non-stop, 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 ayy. Mr. Workman, won't stop, ayy. Blood, sweat, and tears, they drop, ayy. Non-stop, non-stop, non-stop.
Alright, y'all, that was Genesis 3:19 right there, the first song on the Wisen Up project. And like I said, we talked about it, it's definitely, about just labor, man, like, getting it in, you know what I'm saying? And the second track, man, I like it too, is, I probably mix it in with some footage from Kilgore, what I'm saying, at the beginning of the video, but it's 75662, what I'm saying? And that's, definitely, Kilgore zip code.
Yeah.
So, I definitely a shout out to the hometown, and so kind of just, explain, kind of what it's about right there.
Yeah, 75662, man, like you said, zip code, Kilgore, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is where it all started, This is where I got to pay homage to, and I love my city. It's not a lot here, not a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not a lot out here to do really, unless you do oil field.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's all out here, but that is what we're known for, as you see the oil derricks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Kilgore was considered the richest acre of the world right here. So a lot of history. I love that about our city too. A lot of history here. I love East Texas in general, man.
Yes, sir.
Longview, Henderson, even though that's our rivals, I got love for them too.
H-Town.
You know what I'm saying? H-Town, Gladewater, everybody in East Texas, man. Yeah, I love East Texas. This is genuine people out here. And so yeah, man, 75662, it just came from a heart of, man, I wanted to make a song about where I came from, how I grew up, because my goal in music is to always try to be relatable, make music that whoever listens to this, you can put yourself in my shoes, basically, and you can, and relate to it in some type of way. That's the goal when I make music. And so basically 75662 is that, it's just my story growing up, how it all started, and basically how it molded and shaped me to where I'm at today.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and and like I said, it was another one that had a real dope kind of, hip hop feel to it, man.
Wayne Klassik, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wayne.
Hey,
man,
that dude got some heat, man.
Yeah, he a beast, man.
Yes,
he produced all the stories from Depression too.
Did he? Okay.
Yep,
yeah, man.
He a beast, man.
That's what's up, man. So we'll let y'all check out the 75662 and just kind of rock with it, man. We'll give you a little sample. Hopefully Facebook don't mute it, so we'll let y'all dig that, and we'll be right back.
Check. 75662. This one's you. Okay. The introduction to my lifetime. Wanted to be a millionaire, but I ain't had no lifelines. Just scrolling through my timeline, trying not to compare my life to others as I pass time. Big dreams in a small city, I've counted plenty. Things I recall when I felt empty. No sympathy needed, weakness can beat it. But life was a thriller and my doubts I always feed them. Feeling dead inside the death, I can sense it like Bruce Willis. My sixth sense started glitching, I start thinking, man, my life feeling worthless. Like what's my purpose? Suicidal urges coming to the surface. City of stars, but will there ever be one? Witty the bars, but tell me what's the reason for these scars? Tell me what is freedom? So bizarre, this battle with my demons. In 75662, ooh, I write this one to you. Ooh, I will always love you. Ooh, 75662, ooh, in 75662, ooh, I write this one to you. Ooh, I will always love you. Ooh, 75662, ooh.
Alright, y'all, welcome back. That was that 75662 off the Wisen Up project by AB. Got the man himself here. The next track on there, I was really digging it, you know what I'm saying? Is Can You Dig It?
Yeah.
And man, one thing I know is on there, man, the beat reminded me of, the whole vibe kind of reminded me of that Scenario by Tribe Called Quest. It's got that old, you know, hip hop, you know,
Kit Kat beat,
yeah. It's got that kind of like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a posse song, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's something else? You know, that Black Sheep, you know.
Yeah, Black Sheep, yeah,
so
man. All them old school cats, Rakim, and all them dudes,
That's what's up, man. Yeah, so you know, we got students of hip hop over here. You know what I'm saying? So. But you know, and that one, like you said, featured Wayne Klassik. I'm sure you did the beat, man.
He did.
You know, you said dope feature. Yeah. So man, just kind of tell me, you know, what was the goal with that one, and kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So Can You Dig It? Funny enough, a lot of people may not know this. Can You Dig It was actually for Abnormal too.
Okay.
Me and Wayne, like I said, Wayne produced Stories from Depression. So we literally sat together and made every beat together for the whole project. So we spent a lot of time together during that season, and you know, really getting to know each other, chemistry and all that. But we never did a feature though. We never wrote a song together. And so I was working on Abnormal 2, and I was like, look, man, bro, we need to make a track together, you know, for the project. Yeah. And he's like, let's do it. And so basically, he produced the track. He made the beat. We wrote to it together, and we laid it down. You know, we laid it down. It was all right, bad, we got the song. And so we came together to piece Abnormal 2, and basically, I don't know if everybody notices, but on Abnormal 2, if you look at the song titles, it spells out Abnormal.
Okay.
And so, and number 2, because the last song's Tonight is the Phil Collins remix.
Man, see, I got
it. So basically, so we had Abnormal spelled out on each track, but we couldn't find anything for Can You Dig It? It didn't fit in the project. So I was like, dang. I was like, all right, well, maybe we'll just release it as a single or something like that. So I dropped Abnormal 2. We never did anything with Can You Dig It? And so I was working on Wisen Up, and I was like, look, man, we'll put Can You Dig It on Wisen Up. And so, because Wisen Up is a conceptual album. It's about Wisen Up. It's about growing. But Can You Dig It's kind of like just a have fun type song, you know what I'm saying? Just take you back.
It's feeling there good, and it's right there in the middle too, you know what I'm saying?
Right, exactly, yeah, we just kind of wanted to give a little break, a little refresher, if you will. And so, man, so Can You Dig It? You know, basically it's just about, man, just being you, being, you know, authentically you, and basically being ashamed of that, you know, and basically whatever you're called to do, whatever you're passionate about, whatever your dream is, go after it. And if they don't like it, hey, so well, can you dig it?
Yeah,
you know
can you dig it? You can't dig it. Hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's
exactly.
What's up, man. Yeah. So we'll let y'all hear that. Can you dig it? A little sample of it, and you know, can you dig it? And we'll be right back. You know what I'm saying?
This thing off like a kickstand. Man, I'm such a massacre with the pen in my left hand. Sick like a dang cough with the spit fam. Telling every passenger move away from my rap clan. Oh yeah, boy, I'm crazy like sipping Folgers. I told ya, if you didn't know, I remind ya. Outcast society, bump the notoriety. I just built a dynasty with my fellow camaraderie. Wayne Klassik on the beat. He produced and introduced. He's a dope feat. Sure, for a couple of years, we was working on stories from depression. Man, what a blur. But now we back at it like some crack addicts. Dope bars stacking up like some mathematics. Yeah, we pitching hope to them crack addicts. All y'all do is point the finger like you Judge Mathis. Oh, hey. Tell me, can you dig it? Oh, hey. Tell me, can you dig it? Oh, hey. Tell me, can you dig it? Oh, hey. Get up now. Oh, hey. Tell me, can you dig it? Oh, hey. Tell me, can you dig it? Oh, hey. Tell me, can you dig it? Oh, hey.
Can't change my mind. The only thing I can save is time. He's in control like play, stop, rewind. His grace got me like I'm alive, Can you dig that?
All right, y'all, we back, and that was Can You Dig It? Like I said, off that Wisen Up project, dope hip-hop track, man, you know what I'm saying? Got that old school classic feel to it. The next track, man, was Maxima, man. It's a real smooth track, man. It's got that little piano going on it, man, and it's got a dope listen to it, man, you know? Yeah. And hey, and you know, this ain't no studio rapper, man. He did pull up in the Maxima, you know what I'm saying? So, that was what I was looking for when I was meeting him up. I was like, where the Maxima at? But yeah, man. So you know, it talked about, you know, something important, man. A lot of people, you know, schools don't teach us about, you know what I'm saying, about debt, nothing like You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate like Dave Ramsey. I don't really follow everything he say, but you know what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to Ramsey though, man.
Yeah, like the scriptures say, man, the borrower is slave to the lender. So
exactly, that's fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
fact.
Yeah,
scriptures and everything, man.
Exactly, man.
Real.
There's wisdom in that book, man. So but yeah, man, just kind of, you know, explain it, man. Just kind of, you know, where it came from, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So Maxima, man, Maxima's probably my favorite track on the project, just because how much it meant to me, how relatable it was for me even writing it, man. I remember
tough lesson,
exactly it was, man. It was. I remember this is when I was in Arizona. So basically, I had a Ford Focus in 2011. It was a nice car, you know what I'm saying? Nice car, good shape. But the steering wheel went out on it. So basically, you can still drive it, and if you hit the gas, you can kind of turn the steering wheel. But when you're at a light or something, or pulling out of a parking lot, you got like there's no power steering basically. And so, but it was getting to the point where it's like, man, I gotta fix this because I'm gonna mess around getting a wreck if I don't. And so, so basically around that time, man, I seen the Nissan Maxima in 2017, and I just fell in love, man. I just love the body style, just look mean, and I know Nissans, they make good cars that last forever. And I had a V6 in it and all that, so, man, I don't remember when I first saw it, but I just remember I used to see it all the time. I just kept seeing that car over and over. And exactly, you already know. And so, and my homies, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy that happened though. It's almost like God, of course God allows all things, he's sovereign, but it's literally like God made me go through this to teach me lessons, because I was talking to my homies, my roommates, Rod and Morton, and was going to the mall one day, and one pulled up. I was like, look, man, that mug is dope. And I was like, I'm gonna give me one of them soon. And so, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give me one of them soon. And so, like I said, though, I only had like 5,000 left on my Focus. I almost had it paid off. And so, so steering wheel thing happened, and I'm like, dang, bro, like I'm at a standstill. Like I either gotta fix this or something. And so I had a friend of mine that I used to work with that worked at Nissan. And so I reached out to him. I was like, look, man, it's like, what I gotta do to get in that Nissan Maxima? And so, and he being the salesman he is, he's gonna be like, yeah, come on down.
I got you, man. I'm gonna take care of you.
Come on. And so, so man, I go down. I was like, man, I told myself, I was like, I want a white one. I want a pearl white one. And so I went down and seen them, and we looked at them. It's so crazy. I was like, I told him, I was like, I want a pearl white one, man. And we looked in their inventory and everything, and he's like, damn, we don't have any white ones. And I was like, all right. He's like, well, I have a gray one though. He's like, you want to come look at it? We can go test drive it tomorrow. I was like, all right, bet, yeah, we go look at it tomorrow. And so, so tomorrow came, we met up, and we literally it was at another Nissan dealership. We went to it, and we was looking around for it, we couldn't find it. And he went inside, talked to the people, and was like, yeah, it's out there, it's over there. Find out it was a white, pearl white Nissan Maxima. And so they had the colors wrong in the inventory or something. And he texted me, he's like, come to find out, he's like, you might be getting what you wanted. And I was like, what, for real? And so basically linked up with him. I had an all Nike outfit on, had some Air Maxes on. And so I remember hopping in that joint, and I was like, man, bro, this thing's nice. It had the touch screen, Apple CarPlay, like my Focus didn't have none of that, you know? And so I was like, man, I gotta get this joint. And so I remember getting it because, so basically we was talking paperwork, and it's all right, so you're gonna need to do this, and that to make it work. And I was like, all right, bet. So I kind of thought it over, and I was like, nah, man, I ain't gonna do it. And basically, the steering problem that was going on my Focus, it was gonna cost about $1,000 to fix it. And so, like, I wanted that Maxima, and I was like, dang, man, I want the Maxima, but I guess I just had to find a way to fix that car. You know what I'm saying? And so, so I went out back into the parking lot, got my Focus, and he literally came up, knocked on my window. He's like, here, come back in. And he's like, look, we're gonna cut you a deal to make this happen. So basically, he whipped up some deal. He got the price range where I wanted it, and or I thought I wanted it. And so basically, they made it happen. So I got in the Maxima, drove home in it, and man, my homie Josh that I was living with, he was like, look, man, you need to take this back. He's like, you do not need to do this.
Yeah.
He's like, my car note is $560 a month. And I say it in the song, like $560. When I say car payment is $560, I forgot what I said, but the car payment is $560. And so basically, I'm like, dang, bro. And so, but I told him, I was like, nah, man, I want it. You know what I'm saying? He kept telling me, like, use wisdom here. You know, that's a car note. That's a whole other experience. You got $5,000 left on this. You'll be done with it. And I was like, nah, I'm going to get this, man. I want it. And so he gave me wisdom, but I didn't take heed.
Yeah.
And so, but basically, yeah, man. So, didn't have to make a payment for like 2 months.
Yeah.
You know how it goes. You feel good.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I was like, I got this. You know,
come hit you upside the
right,
head.
exactly. And that first car payment came through. I was like, woo.
Yeah, man.
And so, yeah, man. So from that point on, man, just learning my lesson. And it was a hard lesson to learn. It's been a hard lesson to learn. Still got a while to go on that car. But I'm definitely thankful for it, though. Like I said, you know, God has definitely taught me a lot from it. It's grown me a lot. It's matured me a lot. And I definitely don't suggest anybody going and getting in debt if you ain't got to.
Learn from my pain.
Right, learn from my pain. That's why I wrote it. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm grateful for the lesson it taught me.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And you know, it takes a lot to be kind of, transparent and open with that, you know what I'm saying? But I found, like, just in this walk with Christ, man, the more transparent we are about our struggles, man, it not only helps us, but it helps other people. So,
yeah, that's facts. So,
man.
Feeling in it, man.
Exactly. So we're going to let y'all check out that Maxima track, man, and, just a little snippet, and then we'll come on back.
I got that Maxima because I want it. Now my pockets hurt cause I don't own it. Dealership told me yes, we will own it. Now I'm ballin' on the budget cause I don't own it. I got that Maxima because I want it. Now my pockets hurt cause I don't own it. Dealership told me yes, we will own it. Now I'm ballin' on the budget cause I don't own it. Pearl white, it felt right. White nights, they look nice like girls dress up on prom night. Push to start, the engine sparks, the bright lights are off the chart, a work of art, a fine sight. I'm thinking, man, I gotta get it. Picture myself driving slow with a custom fitted. Matter of fact, they got a V6 engine with a top speed of 160. So the pedal, I gotta hit it. Sports mode to boost up acceleration. Who would've known, the truth be told, no celebration. Almost paid off my focus, but lost focus. I don't want this car's bogus, I'm tired of waiting. The tricks of Satan, or is it me? The American dream, chasing it in the sleeve. The vanity produces greed, oh yes indeed. Wisdom I seek, but didn't heed, and now I read.
All right, y'all, we're back right there. Like I said, that was Maxima off the Wising Up project with AB right here. We live in Kilgore, Texas, or, we're on the scene in Kilgore, Texas.
Yes, sir. Respect
so,
K.
yes, sir. So, with the last track, man, that Idunmachur'd, man, that one right there, man, the horns on that mug jamming, the beat is jamming, man, and
crazy, man.
In a dope cadence, man, you went hard on that mug, man, and that's the one we got the video for, so we'll probably play the whole video, man, but just kind of let us know, I guess they kind of like, summarized the whole project, but it's kind of like almost like a way to end that mug victoriously.
Exactly. So that's why I put it at the end, right at the Maxima, learn a lesson from Maxima. Yeah. And now, so Idunmachur'd, it's funny, I was working at Wells Fargo. I was doing credit card sales there, and we used to have, it's kind of dope. They would teach, they had like classes inside the company to teach you like financial literacy. Wow, that's what they need to be doing in school, basically.
Yes, exactly.
So my team that I was on, like everybody had a chance to go. And then my team is our turn, and so we sitting down. And my good friend Casey, he was the one teaching it. And man, he was just talking about a lot of terminology that I never heard of, like paying off debt, snowballing debt, a lot of things Dave Ramsey talks about. And so, man, so I just started just learning a lot. It's a week-long course. Like they basically take a week off, and you would just stay in the class and learn. And then I think you would work the second half of the day, if I remember right.
Yeah.
But basically, man, just soaking all that knowledge in that he was given, man. Again, just learning, you know, God-centeredness in all aspects of life.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, man. So basically, I remember leaving work one day after financial literacy class. I just got inspired, man. I just like, I remember it's crazy. I told Casey, I was like, bro, I'm gonna write a song about this. And so he's like, do it, man. And so I remember I sent him the Idunmachur'd video when it came out.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, I remember we talked about this.
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, man. So basically, that's where Idunmachur'd came from, man. Like I said, I was in the Maxima, learning my lesson, and still learning my lesson from that. And then basically, yeah, I learned all these different terminologies and different point of views and things of that sort. Strategies. And yeah, man, like I said, from there, I just got inspired, and I was like, man, like, what a perfect way to talk about this different aspect and different point of views while still talking about like what I just went through with Maxima. And so, yeah, man, Idunmachur'd, like I said, kind of birthed from that. I told myself I wanted it to be an anthem.
Yeah.
Because when you're actually talking about something in a song, you gotta have a way to catch your attention.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I want kind of a repetitive hook that's catchy. And so, and that's how I wrote it, man. I wrote it in a way where it became an anthem, something that people could chant.
Yep.
And again, it's a song that anybody can relate to. You know, whatever you're doing in life, Idunmachur'd is just basically, I done grown, I done, you know, leveled up, however you want to do it.
Exactly.
And so, you know, it's something that we can all relate to. You know?
So we'll check out the Idunmachur'd since we got a leaf blower in the background. Hopefully y'all can still hear us now. We'll check that out, the whole video, and we'll come right back and wrap it up.
Grown man stuff. Woo! Idunmachur'd. Big moves, power moves. Idunmachur'd. Mind change, making change. Idunmachur'd. Big moves, power moves. Idunmachur'd. Mind change, making change. Idunmachur'd. Making investments, them kicks no longer impressive. Make money leverage, now that is my message. Paying down debt, now that is a goal. Snowball effect, I'm watching it roll. Stock exchanges, watching them grow. That rock and chain, I'm watching it go. Ignites a flame, I'm watching it glow. On top of waves, I'm watching it flow. On top of stages, spitting the flow. My verses, cadence, watching it soul. My words, my phrases, sounding so dope. I point to my maker, they hear my do. Oh, don't kill your brothers, stop hurting these mothers. Get stronger with numbers, we serve one another. I just be speaking facts, know your assignment. You be the quarterback, and I'll be the lineman. Idunmachur'd. Big moves, power moves. Idunmachur'd. Mind change, making change. Idunmachur'd. Big moves, power moves. Idunmachur'd. Mind change, making change. Idunmachur'd. They talking AKs, I'm talking 401ks, IRAs, HSAs, stacking them pencils with essays. I'm trying to score you like essays, trying to make paper in different ways. These are the things we be chopping about when I be getting my ball fade. Barbershop and we chop life's greatest lessons that we are losses. I learned it from a legend, he was from Slauson. Making my marker, making that sacrifice. Call me by Barker, make sure that price is right. I ain't got children, but I'ma still analyze. Make me $1 million, put putting it to the side. One day I'm gonna get me a wife, serve and love her like Jesus Christ. Work and make sure our chips is right. Church and be in our kids' life. I got the blueprint, but I ain't no J. I am a student, I'm chasing them grades. I am so fluent at dropping grenades. This is the movement, if you ain't with it, get out of the way. I done matured, I done matured. Big moves, power moves, I done matured, I done matured, I done matured, I done matured. Mind change, making change, I done matured, I done matured, I done matured. Big moves, power moves, I done matured, I done matured, I done matured, I done matured. Mind change, making change, I done matured.
All right, y'all, we back to wrap this thing up, man. We appreciate y'all staying with us. Like I said, we're out here in the elements, man, you know. So, you know, we got a little bit of yard equipment going on, but hey, man, hopefully y'all still rocking with us, still listening to us, and y'all been, you know, jamming out with us with AB music, man. Yeah. So, like I said, that was that Idunmachur'd, man, you know, an anthem, a positive anthem, you know what I'm saying? Something with some wisdom to it, man. Yeah. So, you know, it's a dope project, man. Just 5 tracks. You know, EP is on iTunes, man. Check it out. Stream it on Spotify, Tidal, man. All that good stuff, man. You know, YouTube, support it. Also, he's got Abnormal Clothing. You know what I'm saying? Check him out, man. He got some good stuff. So, man, you know, I appreciate you rocking with us.
Oh yeah, thank you,
thank you. And you know, we're just gonna kind of like, you know, any kind of last words of wisdom you may have, any kind of shout outs you want to give, you know, kind of wrap this thing up.
First off, shout out to Set Free Radio. Appreciate y'all, man.
Appreciate
y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's good stuff that y'all doing. In East Texas, we need that. We need that. So, yeah, man. And just shout out to Wayne Klassik. Shout out to Mendoza. He engineered the project Rising Up. Shout out to Noah Collins for the Idunmachur'd music video. Of course, first and foremost, shout out to God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Lord. Yeah, man, just thank you, everybody who supported Wising Up so far, supported the music journey so far. Keep rocking with me. We got some stuff coming your way. So.
Amen. Shout out Sister Lisa, man. She on that AB and that Professor Crow. I'm pretty sure she probably gonna check this out. So, you know, hey man, you know, you'll think, you know, like the older generation don't dig it, man, but it's a lot of people out there, man. Once they hear some good rap, and once they hear that it's glorifying God and it's positive, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, they be on board, man. So, you know, shout out to you know, shout out to everybody that's been supporting Set Free Radio, man, and you know, man, shout out to Stephen Val, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get you on here. We're gonna get Stephen Crow on here, man. We're gonna get all y'all cats on there. So but yeah, man, we appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Like I said, it's been Set Free Radio, man. Wising Up with AB, man. And you know, out here in Kilgore, man, we're gonna probably go get a burger right quick and man, you know, just share it, like it, subscribe it, man. Hit us up on YouTube, subscribe to AB, AB the Disciple.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So man, get them on social media, all that stuff, man. Follow it, man. You got a lot of dope stuff coming, man. So appreciate y'all, man, and God bless, grace and peace.
Peace.